that either one to try and get it through the air, but they run successfully.
Veteran bangs it through, and that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away.
What's that? I'm not fielded in the
end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A reminder coming up tonight,
what?
Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. Playoff
right
rematch,
now.
Also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
But
and then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
Nope.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
He's asking for it. Where is it at?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now they'll throw with Breeze.
I'm going to pack them after we eat supper. I'm just not going to wait till tomorrow because I've gotten it's a no bringing lunch situation today.
Moves the chains. Breeze now on 1st down. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And he gets it down to the 32. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now.
Hey, by the way,
if you
if you're
can't run with a
interested
tight
in
end as a linebacker,
2 tickets for free this Saturday, but I appreciate the offer, but definitely going to be watching the game at the house, and if the weather's as it is, I think it would be a good time to do it. I'll jump in maybe. Okay, that's great. The tickets that were about to cost me $125 come full circle a week later. You and D can go if y'all want it for free. I'm like, nah, that's right. It's an early game. They're not playing that great. I said, right after I told them no thanks, you know, and what my plans were.
We remind you that coming up at
halftime,
halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
I mean, it's hard to go root for a team that's not playing great. It really is.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And Gim's got it.
And then right after, not right after that, but like 2 o'clock this afternoon, Jenny freshly put me, Matt, Mike, and Tom
Saints were the best team in the NFL on third down
last
year.
49%
conversion rate.
2 LSU Florida tickets.
It certainly
Face
does
values,
because he is just so analytical in everything he does. Goes through every progression on every snap in practice.
40 for her
so not
location.
much surprises in my game.
Getting rid of them for 100 each. If anyone is interested, let me know. I only saw Mike Wright. I mean, she put out, let me know, but I mean, I'm not going to let you know that I don't want him. Like, I'll let you know if I'm interested. Well, that would be cheaper than what I was going to pay last week.
Most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide
receiver,
boy
tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense. Well, I hope you enjoy your birthday tomorrow. I got plans, so I like to try to get now and then. He's like, man, I haven't eaten over there in a long time. It's good food over there. I was like, yep, so the steaks are good. I said, and hopefully we can see a decent football game this week. I said, yeah, I'm afraid he's coaching to keep his job this season. You know, it would take him winning.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Games that are almost in it's like, we got a tough schedule ahead of us too. You know, he says they didn't have to win a few SEC games for him to even be considered.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say,
that's saying a lot.
That's a no-no.
You
got to be able to understand where you are on the field
a
and not cross
game
the
they
line
gave
before
up,
throwing the ball downfield.
Yep, I saw that. Thank you. I love you too.
Again, it's Breeze.
And a few minutes later, I asked if Grant and them were still out in Tennessee. He said no. He got back yesterday. So I bet the temperature was nice out there. Yeah, it was cool in the mornings. I mean, it felt, you know, it was very comfortable, he said, but not too cold other than the mornings. The mornings would start off chilly and then.
And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout.
And now they get set to line that you and I had kind of been talking a little bit.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll just toss it away.
If we are going to go there, we need to decide where we want to go and what we want to stay in. Like, if it's something affordable where you kind of have your own little thing going on, or I like a commercial style hotel to where we just drive to go do or see. And that's my faults, but
they'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt.
Oh, I didn't.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them.
The running back with the gold teeth's not on this game, though. I don't think he made it there until the following. Yeah, he was probably playing college football before 18.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
20.
Brady will try again on second down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Brandon Cooks as the first half is winding down.
Run that score up again, 30-3. 17 seconds left in the half.
Late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad
and
if you
past the
let
halfway
them.
point.
They've got the cushion. This half has been
theirs.
theirs.
Last game score.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now we'll see what Michael door here. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches though so far in this game. They start the drive with Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Saints have been worked over in the first half and trail big right now. The Patriots took control of the game, and unless something drastic changes, it seems like they might be able to coast to victory.
Now you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Tyrod Taylor, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Off the play fake to Peterson. Here's Breeze to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Peterson gets the handoff from Breeze. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense.
Dion Lewis. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dion Lewis with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just punted him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Again, Peterson. And this has been a familiar sight behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. And a nice spin into some open field. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Patriots. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but not them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down following the run. The play clock's running down. To throw is Brady. Going underneath for Lewis.
Oh, what
and
the?
He'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46.
Start dancing with the line. You know, dancing in football.
Third down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
I remember we picked up a case.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Oh, shit.
Intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And look out. I think he's going to go. And they will finally stop him, but a great
the other one I'll
return
have to wait
gets that
to see what it is.
all the way down to the 16-yard line.
It won't be that long tomorrow.
Interception thrown this season by Brady.
Well, if you're the opposition, you almost feel like you want to throw a party, right? Remember, he only threw 2 interceptions in a regular season games in 2016.
Yeah, that's something. Might want to
Your
put
bottle
that on the
water?
trophy case. It's so rare. And this has been a familiar sight
I brought mine
all
down
afternoon
from
as they stop
nightstand,
him
but never
behind the
filled it
line.
yet. Oh, chow.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game, but one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So they'll get a little
Going into the
extra
fourth
time
quarter,
to come
y'all.
up
Thanks for
with this
watching.
third down play as we
And
played
it's been a
3 quarters.
quiet.
We'll return with
Oh,
more
my
after
end.
this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Kick y'all
It'll
field
be
goal.
a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts.
He didn't want to go.
In none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
he's getting his story confused.
Dion Lewis, 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dion Lewis, 57 yards. And the Patriots continue to roll. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
All right, that's meaning I guess I need to start scoring some pass touchdowns instead of all rushing.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn.
All right, guys.
Down he goes, but he
better
takes it up to the 40.
Pass defense going on.
The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can right foot in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze.
Oh!
These guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
2nd pick.
He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Dion Lewis getting set to go again here with his guys on offense. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They try again with Lewis. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd and 2, Brady. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
All right, let's go play some more D.
Needed 3 plays on that drive. And it is Gostkowski now out to kick it away. It comes out to the 25-yard line. The D for the Pats. The Patriots heading back onto the field now. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6 because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
It's a bad blowout right now. Yeah, my guy just
now contact up front as penalty markers come in.
That's what I scored last game. So, I don't know, they give the ball back to me, like I said, I'll score again. I'm almost done.
Side of the line.
Sometimes
4 minutes left and I'll be done.
A little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Saints on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Breeze. Peterson a 1st down and more. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peterson. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. For the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Breeze to throw again. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Breeze now to throw. It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now Breeze again. And this is going to be incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
Oh yeah, that's nothing left in there. Maybe that cloth, I think that's the only thing. But yeah, there's all the pieces we put
off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
52-9.
And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. And a lot of
And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, we got great field position.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw here. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Brady going to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
He's trying to run up that score.